Welcome back to the channel, guys. On today's video, I'm gonna teach you guys, or we go over some steps on how to automate your finances. And we're gonna break this down into 4 parts. And the first part is just gonna be, what does it mean to automate your finances? And why is it important for you to automate your finances? So let's just start right off. So what it means to automate your finances is basically means that all your accounts are basically done automatically through withdrawals, just taking money out of your account, and to the sense where nothing is done by you. All you do is just collect money from your paycheck and then deposit, and then once it's deposited into your checking account, the rest is done. Your saving goals are done automatically. Your investing goals are done automatically. Your, payments, house payments are all done automatically. And the important reason to do this, it forces you to build a habit of just simply, you set it up once and then it does it for you. Just like subscriptions. And this is what is so great for companies, for subscriptions will be one of my examples, is that when a subscription hits your account, you don't think about it, you're like, oh, $10 gone, boom, whatever. You just move on. But for those companies, they're constantly getting constant revenue. When you automate your finances, it's just like, boom, this happens, I know why it happened, I'm gonna move on. And it allows you to keep your level of because finance is a lot. It allows you to keep your level of cognizant awareness of your finances, reduce it. So now you can focus on more higher level tasks. So now you can think about, okay, how can I make more money? How can I can take a class, or I can do this. And you're not worried about, okay, how much money is it? Because you already know, hey, every single month, this amount is going to be deposited into my checking account. Every single month, this amount is going to be deposited into my savings account. This amount is going to be deposited into my 401k amount. This amount is going to be deposited into X, Y, and Z. Some are variable. Some are going to be variable expenses, but you could track them out pretty simple. For example, electricity. My electricity bill is pretty variable, but I know that in the wintertime, my electric bill is higher because my home is electric heat. So I know in the wintertime that my bill is going to be a little higher, and during the winter, it's going to be a little bit lower, not too much lower, but it's going to be a little lower. So, you just adjust accordingly based off the seasons. Obviously, here in the state of Maine, it gets cold. And so the first thing to understand ultimately is that automating your finances allows you to have the sense of freedom to be able to do other things rather than worrying about, shit, has this bill hit? Have I paid this? X, Y, and Z. We want to remove these levels of stress. This level of stress. We want to remove that to allow you guys, to go out there and make more money, take a class, increase your productivity to society in some way, or just spend more time with your family. Spend more time with your kids, your friends. If you're not worried about your finances and you have a budget and plan, you just know, hey, I can't go out this week. Or, oh, hey, I saved extra. Let me go buy that thing I wanted. Let me go spend time with my friends that I wanted. So these are the points for why we want to automate our budget. So let's move on to part 2. Okay, part 2. What accounts can we automate? Or what accounts should we automate? And personally, I'd automate almost everything if you can. I automate my mortgage payments. I automate, my credit card payments. Even if that's the minimum balance for you guys, just to always automate that amount, I pay my credit cards in full. So automating your credit card payment. And I would suggest, if you're automating your credit card payments, to get them to send you an email or a text right before they withdraw the money, just in case maybe you spent a little bit more than you usually spent that month and you don't have all that money in the account. So maybe, say you had a $600 credit card payment, you're like, oh, that's going to keep me low. Let me adjust it down to $400 and I'll take the hit, whatever the case is. It's better than being late. Number one thing is, do not be late. So we can automate our mortgage. We can automate our credit card payments, any personal loans. We can automate all our bills. So obviously Netflix already takes your money out, but let's say electricity, water bills. We can automate investing, 401k, depositing money to your 401k or Roth IRA account, savings. What I do is I automate my savings. So every Friday, there's just an automatic withdrawal out of my checking account that goes straight into my savings account. And that's done with me not thinking. And we'll go into the next part would be just how to set these up. And each one's a little different, but all pretty self-explanatory. For example, rent or your mortgage payment. My mortgage payment, I just log on to my Chase account, and I have literally my Chase account and my checking account are linked together. I literally just pour money just for the rent payment. For my mortgage payment. So I have a Chase account just for my mortgage payment. Every single paycheck, a portion of my money goes into that account, and then once it's time for the payment, it just withdraws it out of that account and start anew. I do that for my property. I do the same thing for my property. I do the same thing for my electric bill. I go on to the website. I say, hey, withdraw it at the due date or prior to the due date, maybe 5 days before the due date, and have that paid. Credit cards are the same exact thing. Log on to my credit card and have that just withdraw X amount. I'd say the bare minimum for that, guys, is just at least get the minimum payment to be automatically adjusted. If your credit card balance varies too much for you to really withdraw the whole amount, then I'll just say do the minimum and then go in once you see, okay, they took the minimum out, let me go in there and pay extra. So I don't want you guys carrying credit card balances, but I understand everybody's story is different, so I don't want to make these hard set rules of what you should do. It's all variable. This is all up to you. Some people don't like making their mortgage payment automatic because it's typically your mortgage payment is typically your biggest payment, or your rent is typically your biggest payment. So people want to have some control over that. But I don't like thinking about it. I don't need to think about it. I just know, I know the money's going to be in the account when it's time to make the payment, so I don't stress about it. And there's other, your 401k. If you have a employer 401k, then you can. If you're an employer 401k, it can be deducted automatically out of your paycheck, so you don't even see it. If that is a 401k that's for pre-tax purposes, you can have a Roth IRA. Again, your employer could possibly take that out. If not, you can set up your own personal Roth IRA. And there's some videos that have showed the benefits of either one. I think if your employer matches your contribution, then you should. If your employer matches your contribution, then you should do your 401k. If your employer does not match your contribution, I think a personal Roth IRA is better, just due to the fact that you're not constantly, people change jobs every couple of years, and you'll have different, Roth IRA accounts or 401k accounts. I think it's just easier if you just dump it all in one account, and if you move jobs, that comes with you because that belongs to you. So let's move on to the next part. Last tip, or last section, is just going to be about tips and just how I think you guys should think about it. Let me fix the camera. I think that you guys should, always think about investing in your future or paying yourself first. So if that's going to be in a Roth IRA, a 401k, whatever the investment tool is, if that's even, your own account somewhere where you stash it away, please do that first. I think every paycheck first. The first person that should be paid before any creditors, before any types of debts, it has to be you. You can't build anything when you're always the last one being paid. My next step is to create a budget. It doesn't have to be hard, just so you can get an understanding of the amount that is being withdrawn out of your account and what's being automated. So if you make $2,000 per paycheck, so let's say a total of $4,000. Now, how much is that going to cost you for how much of your bills. So what are you left over with? Because you do want some discretionary funds. You do want some money where you can just blow, going out with the boys, going out with the girls for drinks. You know, you had a, you know, the credit card bill is a little higher than normal because you had a little more fun. You want to be able to have a buffer of discretionary funds. So I really believe, guys, create a budget. It doesn't. You don't even need to follow it every single month. You just need to have an outline, a little written down on your phone of what your expenses are. And a great app that I use is You Need a Budget. It links up to all your accounts, and basically every time you get paid, you allocate a certain amount, you get paid, boom, YNAB allocates that for that month, and then you know, okay, this is the money that's left over, this is how much discretionary fund, or if you want to save extra, if you want to invest extra, you know right off the bat, just like that. And it's simple. It is a paid app. I also use Mint, but haven't been much of a fan of Mint after a while. I don't think that they really give you insight or useful information. But Mint's a free one, and you can try that one. Link your accounts as well. So that's all I have, guys. Oh, actually, I lied. Last part. Remember your due dates. You need to know when things are gonna hit your account. I put on my Google Calendar when I need to pay, when my credit card payments are coming out, when my water bill is coming out, when my electric bill is coming out, and just so I know, just so I can look at my calendar. Okay, I know. I look at the account. All right, we're good. We're fine. We're not here to worry about it. And that may take an hour, 2 hours to set up. Just kind of putting all of it on repeat on your calendar. But once you set it up once, it's fine. Automate your savings. Do automatic withdrawal out of your checking account. If it's $100 a week, $200 a month, whatever the amount is, automate it. You're gonna be much better off. So that's it, guys. Thank you for listening. Please comment, like, and subscribe. It really helps out the channel. Check out the link below. I also have the full kind of description of all the steps down below of what I've talked about, just in case you prefer to read some of the information or you skipped any part of the information. So I'll see you guys again. Peace.
They see a young nigga walking around with a stack, just a young nigga with a Mac. Came from the bottom, I came from the trash. Ain't for